Would you please welcome the #1 international star, Mr. Clint Eastwood.
Get ready because Clint Eastwood's car collection will blow you away. From a $25 rust bucket that started it all to a $3 million Ferrari that nearly killed him, every ride tells a wild story. We're revealing 12 insane vehicles from his private collection, including one so rare even Jay Leno couldn't buy it. And number 3, it's the only one left on Earth. Number 12, the 1949 Chevrolet panel truck. Long before the fame and the Oscars, there was this humble workhorse. In 1951, a young Clint Eastwood scraped together $25, roughly $260 today, to buy this old Chevy panel truck. The seller thought he was out of his mind since it had already clocked over 100,000 miles delivering flowers around Oakland, California. But few people know that this truck literally became Eastwood's home during his early Hollywood struggles. The 49 Chevy packed a 216 cubic inch Thriftmaster straight-six engine, producing just 90 horsepower. Modest by today's standards, but perfectly fine for post-war America when gas was only 19 cents a gallon. Its 3-speed manual transmission was notoriously stubborn. Eastwood once joked that mastering it taught him more about patience and control than any acting class ever could. What truly makes this truck special are the modifications he made to survive. A makeshift bed in the back, old theater curtains for insulation, and the original bench seat still stained with coffee from long nights studying scripts under the dome light. After a $65,000 restoration, it now rests proudly in his garage, a timeless reminder of where it all began. Number 11, 1955 Cadillac Series 62 convertible. Now here's where things get interesting. Fresh off his breakout role in Revenge of the Creature, Clint Eastwood treated himself to this stunning pink Cadillac. The Series 62 wasn't just another luxury car, it symbolized America's booming post-war prosperity. Under the hood, Cadillac's legendary 331 cubic inch V8 delivered 250 horsepower through a hydromatic transmission that shifted smoother than anything Europe had at the time. What many don't know is that this very Cadillac played a special role in Eastwood's personal life. He drove it on his first date with Maggie Johnson, who later became his wife. Its enormous trunk, capable of fitting 4 full-size spare tires, proved useful during their cross-country honeymoon. Decades later, this same model inspired his 1989 film, Pink Cadillac, though Eastwood maintained his car's shade was the superior pink. The restoration story is just as captivating. While most Series 62s were scrapped during the 1970s gas crisis, Eastwood preserved his, investing over $100,000 to keep it factory accurate. Even the Autronic Eye automatic headlight dimming system, a $53 option back in 1955, still works flawlessly today. Number 10, the 1974 Ferrari 365 GT4 Berlinetta Boxer. When Paul Newman inspired Clint Eastwood to dive into racing, he didn't settle for just any Ferrari. He chose what many call the last true Ferrari before the age of electronics took over. The 365 GT4 BB marked Ferrari's first mid-engine road car, a bold answer to Lamborghini's rising dominance. Its 4.4-liter flat-12 engine produced 380 horsepower, essentially half of Ferrari's Formula One power plant of that era. But Eastwood's version takes things up a notch. Unimpressed with the stock roof, he personally commissioned Sergio Scaglietti, the legendary designer behind many Ferrari icons, to transform it into a Spider. The conversion cost more than the car itself, but it created one of only 3 365 GT4 BB Spiders ever built. Of the others, one sits in the Ferrari Museum, while the second was sadly lost in a fire. Its original Rosso Corsa finish still shines today, though Eastwood once considered repainting it silver for Firefox, until Enzo Ferrari himself phoned to dissuade him. This one-of-a-kind Ferrari is now worth over $2.5 million, though Eastwood has declined offers for twice that. Number 9, the 1992 GMC Typhoon. Don't let its modest GMC badge deceive you. This SUV was America's hidden performance weapon, capable of humiliating Ferraris at stoplights. When Clint Eastwood appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon at age 85, he proudly revealed that he still drives this beast, and it's easy to see why. Beneath its unassuming exterior lies a 4.3-liter turbocharged V6 engine, pumping out 280 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. Back in 1992, that was enough to launch this SUV from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds. Quicker than a Ferrari 348, GMC produced only 4,697 units, making it even rarer than a Ferrari F40. Eastwood's Typhoon also carries a fascinating backstory. He bought it new after using one as a chase vehicle while scouting locations for Unforgiven. The film crew nicknamed it the Brute because it conquered rough terrain better than their purpose-built off-road rigs. His version sports the rare factory green finish, one of only 132 ever painted that way, and remains completely stock, right down to its original Garrett T3 turbocharger. As Eastwood once said, "It's like having a secret superpower. No one expects a GMC to move like this." He still drives it often, stunning younger actors who assume it's just another old SUV. Number 8, the 1966 Morris Mini Countryman, Cooper S. If the Typhoon is Eastwood's secret weapon, then this Mini is his guilty pleasure. As one of only 6 Cooper S Travelers ever built, it shares a unique link to Steve McQueen, who owned 2 himself. Its British racing green paint isn't just aesthetic, it's the authentic shade used on 1960s race cars. Beneath its tiny hood sits a 1,275cc engine producing 78 horsepower, which may sound humble until you consider it weighs only 1,500 pounds. The true brilliance lies in its agility, with wheels positioned whirlwind at the corners and a low center of gravity that make it corner like it's on rails. Eastwood experienced this firsthand while filming Where Eagles Dare, zipping through narrow European mountain roads. The car's restoration could be a movie in itself. Eastwood discovered it decaying in a Northern California barn, missing its original engine. In a twist of fate straight out of Hollywood, he managed to trace the engine all the way to Australia, where it had been shipped years earlier for a racing project that never came to be. Number 7, the 1960 Jaguar XK150 Roadster. This wasn't just another sleek British sports car in Eastwood's collection. It became an unexpected star in Play Misty for me, his directorial debut. But here's the twist. The car was never meant to be in the film. The script originally called for a Mercedes, but when that vehicle broke down on day one, Eastwood substituted his personal XK150. Powered by a 3.8-liter straight-six engine producing 265 horsepower, this Jaguar was a true symbol of British engineering excellence. Its triple SU carburetors demanded frequent fine-tuning, a skill Eastwood mastered himself after a frustrated mechanic gave up. The four-wheel disc brakes were groundbreaking for 1960, though they almost failed during a terrifying cliffside sequence in Big Sur. And here's a lesser-known tale. During filming, the brake lines leaked, nearly sending Clint and the car into the Pacific Ocean. Rather than scrap the footage, he used his genuine fear for the final cut. After that brushed with disaster, most would have sold the car. But not Clint. He bought it from the studio and spent 2 years meticulously restoring it. The project included remarkable period details, new Wilton wool carpeting from the same British mill that supplied Jaguar in 1960, bridge of Weir leather from Scotland for the seats, and even a period-correct toolkit complete with a Lucas-branded spark plug wrench. Number 6, the 1967 Shelby GT500. When Carroll Shelby heard Clint Eastwood wanted one of his cars, he didn't just hand him a standard GT500, he built him something extraordinary. Beneath the custom-ordered APCO blue paint lies what Shelby himself called the meanest GT500 we ever built. The regular 428 cubic inch V8 wasn't enough for Eastwood, so Shelby's team bored and stroked it to 447 cubic inches, added larger ports, a wilder camshaft, and topped it off with dual Holley 4-barrel carburetors. The result? A staggering 455 horsepower at a time when 355 was already outrageous. The close ratio 4-speed transmission came straight from Ford's racing program. But here's the twist. The car nearly never reached Eastwood. During delivery, the truck hauling it was hijacked outside Las Vegas. When the thieves realized whose car they'd taken, they abandoned it at a gas station, where the attendant unknowingly used it as a tow vehicle for 3 days before Shelby's team tracked it down. The upgrades didn't stop at the engine either. The suspension used heavy-duty parts from the GT350R race program, and the rear end featured a Detroit locker differential with 3.89 gears, the same setup found in Shelby's personal cars. Even the steering had a faster ratio, a modification reserved for professional drivers. Today, the car shows just 21,000 original miles, and Eastwood still drives it regularly, insisting it's too special to be locked away in a museum. He's turned down countless offers, including one from the Shelby American Museum. As for its value, experts estimate it's worth over $2 million. But as Eastwood says, some things aren't for sale. Number 5, the 1971 Honda CB750. Few people realize that Clint Eastwood's love for motorcycles rivals his passion for cars. His 1971 Honda CB750 marks a defining chapter in motorcycle history, often called the Ferrari of motorcycles. When it debuted, this model revolutionized the industry as the world's first production four-cylinder motorcycle. But Eastwood's CB750 isn't just any bike. During the filming of Dirty Harry, he used it to scout shooting locations around San Francisco, even racing director Don Siegel through the city's steep hills. With 67 horsepower, it may seem tame today, but back in 1971, it earned the title of superbike. Its 4x4 exhaust delivered a roar that Eastwood insists sounds better than any Hollywood soundtrack. What makes his CB750 truly special is its untouched originality. While most were modified or wrecked, he kept his in pristine factory condition, complete with the original candy gold paint. The only addition is a small handmade bracket Eastwood crafted himself to hold his script between scenes, and that unique piece of movie history remains on the bike today. When Honda executives discovered he still owned an original CB750, they offered to restore it in their museum in Japan, but Eastwood declined, spending 3 years restoring it by hand, sourcing parts from across Thailand. "Every scratch has a story," he said, "and I remember them all." Number 4, the 1958 Pontiac Bonneville convertible. In 1975, Eastwood got a tip about a rare car hidden in a barn near Carmel. What he uncovered was pure automotive treasure. It turned out to be one of only 630 fuel-injected Bonneville convertibles ever built. This wasn't just another flashy 50s cruiser. It was Pontiac's answer to the Chrysler 300C and Chevrolet's Corvette. Under the hood sat a 370 cubic inch V8 with Rochester fuel injection, the same system used in the Corvette, producing 300 horsepower and propelling the 2-ton giant to 60 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds. When new, it cost a staggering $5,782, even pricier than a Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz. Eastwood's meticulous restoration became legendary among collectors, as he kept the original Rochester setup while most owners switched to carburetors. The tritone paint, Kenya Ivory, Redwood Copper, and Stellar Black, took 9 months to perfect, and even the rare portable radio still works. Though sourcing vacuum tubes was no easy task. The car remains a showstopper at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, where Eastwood insists on driving it himself. "They always want to trailer it in," he says, "but cars like this were made to be driven." In 2018, it won Best in Class, though Eastwood skipped the ceremony to take his grandkids out for ice cream instead. Number 3, the 1936 Mercedes-Benz 540K Special Roadster. This is the crown jewel that even Jay Leno couldn't get his hands on. Of the 26 Special Roadsters ever built, this is the only one that still retains its original engine, chassis, and body. During World War II, Hitler ordered most 540Ks to be destroyed or converted for military purposes, making this car's survival nothing short of miraculous. The story of how Eastwood acquired it sounds straight out of a Hollywood movie. In 1984, he received a mysterious letter from a German collector claiming to have Hermann Göring's former 540K hidden in a barn since 1945. Many thought it was a hoax, but Eastwood's research, backed by official Mercedes-Benz documentation, confirmed its authenticity. The price has never been disclosed, though experts estimate it exceeded $12 million. For a pre-war car, its specs are astounding. A supercharged straight-8 engine producing 180 horsepower, with the supercharger engaging only when the accelerator is fully pressed, creating the signature Der Compressor scream. Despite its grand length, the 540K handles with surprising agility thanks to its advanced independent suspension. Every element tells a story. The leather sourced from a rare alpine cattle breed, the wood trim crafted from 17 types of hardwood, and the paint infused with actual silver powder. A Mercedes hallmark for their most prestigious models. During restoration, Eastwood demanded absolute authenticity, even tracking down the original German maker of the wool headliner. Number 2, the 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport. Most people know this car from the 2008 film Gran Torino, but few realize Clint Eastwood actually owned this exact vehicle decades before making the movie. He purchased it brand new in 1972 after spotting it at the Los Angeles Auto Show. Unlike the film's dark green version, his Torino is bright red with a black vinyl roof, an $87 option chosen by only 3,165 buyers. Under the hood lies Ford's powerful 429 Cobra Jet V8, pushing out 370 horsepower and enough torque to easily burn through its F6015 Goodyear polyglass tires. The car came fully loaded, featuring the rare ram air induction system and heavy-duty suspension package. Back in 1972, it cost $4,638, nearly double the base model price. When Warner Bros. Suggested using a replica for Gran Torino, Eastwood refused, insisting, "You can't fake authenticity." Though the studio worried about damaging a collector's gem, Clint performed all his own driving scenes. Sharp-eyed viewers can spot personal details: a small dent in the rear quarter panel from a 1974 fender bender, and a St. Christopher medal hanging from the mirror, a gift from his father. The car remains unrestored, still wearing its original paint and interior. "Every scratch tells a story," Eastwood says. "This car has been with me longer than any of my marriages." He still drives it often, occasionally surprising fans by showing up unannounced at car shows in this legendary muscle car. And at number 1, the 1964 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso, the crown jewel of Eastwood's collection. This Lusso is the final one ever produced, making it exceptionally rare. While legends like Steve McQueen and Eric Clapton also own Lussos, Eastwood's has a story unlike any other. Originally commissioned by Italian film director Roberto Rossellini, the car was later redirected to Eastwood after Rossellini's financial troubles halted the purchase. The numbers tell a fascinating tale. Eastwood paid $15,500 in 1970, roughly equivalent to $100,000 today, and its current value exceeds $3.5 million. Experts believe that being the last Lusso ever made could easily double that figure at auction. Not that Eastwood has any intention of selling. Under the hood lies a 3-liter Colombo Foe 12 engine, pushing 240 horsepower, modest by today's standards, yet perfectly balanced for the car's lightweight 250-pound frame. Its exhaust note is so distinct that Ferrari recorded it for their official sound archive. Each of the 3 Weber carburetors was hand-tuned by legendary Ferrari mechanic Giulio Bersari. But what truly sets this Lusso apart is how often Eastwood actually drives it. While most collectors store their multi-million-dollar Ferraris in climate-controlled garages, Clint logs around 1,000 miles a year on his. "Cars are like movies," he says. "They're meant to be experienced, not just admired." He even taught his kids to drive manual in this very car, though he admits that decision took years off my life. From a humble Chevy pickup to one of the rarest Ferraris ever made, Clint Eastwood's collection reflects his journey from struggling actor to Hollywood legend. Stay tuned for more incredible stories from our Celebrity Car series. And as Dirty Harry would say, do you feel lucky enough to miss our next video? Well, do you, punk?